I broke up with my fiance because of his family. I am not the oop. Oop is you, throw our Año family 21. I broke up with my fiance because of his family. Originally posted to r, true off my chest. Thanks to you, Global Reference 746 for suggesting this BORU. Trigger warning. Mentions of abuse, emotional abuse and manipulation, racism, verbal abuse, obsessive behavior, body shaming, less than. Original post January 10, 2024. I don't think I can marry him because of his family. I know people will say that I am crazy, but my gut tells me I am right. This was supposed to be the first time I am meeting his parents. He has 2 sisters, mom and dad. I was excited to meet my future in-laws, but it shattered. Few days ago, I met his family. Some things about them just didn't sit right with me. His mom is very possessive about him. Like the first thing she said when she saw me was, "So you are the lady that keeps my son busy." I know it sounds like a joke, but she said it in a condescending tone. Throughout the entire gathering she was trying to avoid me. She would get irritated whenever I got closer to my fiancé. She made one very mean comment when I asked her for a piece of pie she made. She said I will not be able to fit in my dress if I eat any more of it. She deliberately made me sit far away from him so that she could sit beside him. I knew she didn't like me, but I tolerated that. But she was way too harsh on her oldest daughter. She keeps making comments like, "When are you getting married?" and if she still can't get over Ben. Her bill. The thing is, Mia, oldest daughter, used to date Ben until he dumped her to be with the younger sister. Jen isn't very nice either. She was mean to Mia and kept bugging her to get a husband. Mia is 33. I don't think she needs to rush. Jen also didn't like me because she made some snide remarks about my upbringing. I grew up in an abusive household. I had to struggle a lot. Whereas my fiancé came from a well-to-do family. His dad didn't speak much. He didn't say anything and just nodded. The only normal person there was Mia because she just kept to herself. But nonetheless, I did not feel very welcomed by them. I just had this gut feeling that if I get married this will be my whole life. I would always have to be in competition with his mother. But he is so nice and sweet. I never felt so in love with anyone like I did with him. He brings me flowers. He takes care of me. He treats me like a queen. But I do not like his family at all. I broke it off with him. He was understandably sad. He asked for a reason. I just told him. I didn't feel good about our relationship. That we are not compatible. There were tears, but I left. Now I am sitting in my aunt's house writing this. One moment I felt like calling him and telling him I had cold feet. We are perfect together. We earn well. We have similar hobbies. And we are sexually compatible. But this one thing about him just bugs me a lot. I am heartbroken. I know I don't deserve to be because I was the one who called it off. Update the 1st of January 10, 2024. I just talked to his sister Mia on the phone. It was a surprise to me that she wanted to talk. She got the news of us breaking up and asked if we could talk on the phone. I agreed. I was desperate to hear any news from him. We talked for like an hour or so. It was mostly her telling me how her family was toxic. That I made the right decision because her mom had a weird obsession with her baby boy. Also, she doesn't know why she is the black sheep of her family. She was not adopted, nor was she an affair child. She also mentioned her mother was a bit of racist because of where I came from. Overall, that day she wanted to warn me. I asked why my ex doesn't treat her right. She said my ex is in delusion that they have a picture-perfect home, but he doesn't realize how toxic his mother is. She did bring it up with him and he just said that they are family. So families shouldn't hold grudges. Honestly, I felt bad for her. She also said she will be going NC with her family. She thought she could salvage their relationship and let them be a part of her life, but she decided she doesn't want that. She also shared some personal information about her relationship status and future. But I do not want to share that. It's not my place to share it. But she told me to meet him and tell him the truth. He deserves to know why I don't want to be a part of his family. He needs to hear the truth. I will be meeting him tomorrow. And yeah, as a lot of you guys requested, I will give an update to you guys. Update the 2nd of January 21, 2024. I tried to update but it got removed, so to those who may it concern. Hello guys. I promised I will come back with an update. I did it. I finally talked to him. I told him everything that I mentioned in the post and also about my feelings for his family. Especially how they are treated Mia. Needless to say, he was upset. He tried to convince me this is all in my head, that I shouldn't throw away our relationship because of his family. His family will accept me if I become a part of it. I tried to explain things from my own perspective, but he wasn't budging. Then the topic of Mia came. He said it is unfair that even his sister is abandoning the family. He mentioned Mia's big news and she said she doesn't want to be a part of their family. I told him I knew about it because I talked to Mia. That seemed to upset him even more. He is pissed that Mia shared her news to me before his family. I got angry and told him this is exactly why I do not want to be a part of his family. Her mother has made racist comments to me. I'm half Bengali. His mother treated me like an outsider and didn't make me feel welcome. His family is very toxic. I grew up in a toxic family. I don't want to die in one. Maybe someday he will find a woman his mother approves of, but that woman is not me. We had a big fight. He was obviously defending his family. He was not willing to listen what I had to say. Overall, he was very dismissive. We ended our conversation in a very bad note. I am sad about it. Aside from his family drama, he was a good guy. But I don't think I can handle his family. Because you don't just marry one person. You marry their entire family. They didn't even bother to know me at all. So that's the update. # editor's note. Again, please remember the no brigading rule. Do not DM OOP or comment on their posts. This is becoming a serious problem on this sub and we don't want to get banned. This is a repost sub IAM, not the OOP. Holy crap. She has great judgment. Good for her for getting away. Needless to say, he was upset. He tried to convince me this is all in my head. Hoo boy. I hope Mia never ever talks to them. I grew up in a toxic family. I don't want to die in one. Great line and smart perspective. You know that emotional incest thing that some therapists say about mothers and their baby boys? Yeah, seems applicable. I kind of want to see an MRI scan of their brains just to see what lights up when they think about their baby boy. My sister and my fiance want nothing to do with my family and I refuse to understand why. This guy staying in a relationship with someone who has a toxic family and the partner is willing to defend them will bring nothing but misery. OP really dodged a bullet on this one. But at the same time, it's kind of frustrating to see OP still thinks he is a good guy, when really, he isn't. Good for Mia and OOP. It seems like Mia recognized that OOP wasn't comfortable with how they both were being treated and made the right call in reaching out. I wonder how long till he suddenly wakes up and realizes none of his relationships got past the meet my family phase? 'Cause nobody will ever be good enough. The whole Jen going after her bill is disgusting and the family vibe is clearly off. I grew up in a toxic family. I don't want to die in one. OOP is very wise. Edit. Spelling, autocorrect issues. I grew up in a toxic family. I don't want to die in one. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I aspire to be. Good for Oop. Bullet dodged. It's not the band I hate, it's the fans. But actually the band sucks in this case too. Oop is smart to break it off. Her reasoning is right on the money. Bravo to this person for getting the hell out of there. We are perfect together. We earn well. We have similar hobbies. And we are sexually compatible. But this one thing about him just bugs me a lot. I am heartbroken. I know I don't deserve to be because I was the one who called it off. It's lines like this that makes me feel like a sociopath. That one thing would mean to me that the partner was not at all perfect. And I wouldn't feel remorse or much of other emotions breaking things off for that reason. I would probably feel fortunate that I found out before things could get even more serious and move on. Maybe I am indeed a sociopath. Boy, Op has a great head on her shoulder. So refreshing after reading about all these poor women who thought they could handle toxic families and are being tortured by distinction. She dodged an actual nuclear bomb here. Good riddance to a toxic, manipulative bunch. Sometimes the only way to win is to let them win. So FMIL. You want me to get lost? Gladly. Letting them win, and leaving them to their twisted little world makes Oop the biggest winner of them all.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.